this is Danny Daniels. It's May 28th. This video recording thing is becoming a habit. Starting to come easier, and I don't mind it as much as I did in the beginning. In the beginning, I don't know, it felt kind of embarrassing. Today I did good. I had some sunflower seeds, but I brushed my teeth. So now I won't have sunflower seeds going all over in my mouth like I did yesterday. But anyway, I can't see again. I am nearsighted. So, I can't see things when they're this close to me. But anyway, I found this editing program to edit videos on my computer. I used it. It was easy. It was cool. When I went to use it yesterday, it wouldn't work. So now I'm going to have to locate and purchase an editing program. I haven't done it, and I have been remiss to do it because I'm like, something else that might be time consuming that I'm going to have to learn. Writing takes time. You're writing, and then you start recording videos, and then you got to edit videos. And I'm just like, not what I wanted to do. But, oh well, comes with the territory, I guess, par for the course. Anyway, my topics are usually unscripted, and I say usually because one day I might plan out what I want to say, but for the most part, I just start recording when I feel like recording. So here it goes. And today's subject came from a text message that I received from a person of interest. And he's a sweetie. It's the whole black-white dynamic again. Now, with this gentleman, I'm the first black woman he's ever dated. So there's a lot that I don't know what he knows or what kind of questions he has. And I don't even know if he's timid to ask these types of questions, but I do know that he moved very, very slow. And that was because he's like, well, I've never dated a black woman before. And I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, we're just women. That's it. That's all. It's male and female. So, to borrow a phrase from a line from, what's that chick? Julia Roberts. Notting Hill, I think it's a movie. She said, I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love me. That's all it is. Or if you're the guy asking the girl to love you, vice versa. We're just people. That's it. Yes, of course, culturally there are some differences. As you see, differences in the hair, differences in the size of the lips and the nose and our facial features, but basically at the end of the day, we're all just human beings. And then I've been studying and reading a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit on the mitochondrial DNA. And scientists figured out that all of our DNA stems from one ancestral being. And they call it the mitochondrial Eve because that's a black woman in Africa. And that's where all of our bloodline stems from. So we're all black. So let's not trip, okay? You got the right parts to do the right things when we want to do it, we're good. But I have had some friends that have had an issue. And when I say friends, I'm referring to people that I've had close relationships with. One was just a friend, and that's all he ever was. And that was all he could ever be. But he had some issues. And he wasn't a likable sort of fellow. Nobody liked him. And I'm the type of person, I do a pity factor. I do a pity thing. I will like the underdog. Because when I was growing up, I was teased a lot as a kid because I was about this big. I was smaller than that. My fingers were bigger. Skinny as a rail. Graduated size 3. And so with that being said, and I never liked to comb my hair. Still don't. Never liked to comb my hair. So I would wear headscarves all the time. And this is embarrassing, but I'm going to go ahead and put it out here because it's true. They called me Sea Witch because the Popeye cartoon was out. No, not Sea Witch, Sea Hag. And there was this, his nemesis Her name was the Sea Hag, and so they would call me. One girl started this. All it takes is one, and she started calling me Sea Hag, and so it just took off, and it just spread like one of those bumbleweeds that just roll through a neighborhood. Tumbleweeds, not tumbleweeds. It was like that, and everybody latched onto it, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then on top of that, of course, I wore glasses, and my first pair of glasses, I looked like Mr. Magoo because they were circles and just on my head, and so then I became the Fearless Fly with 4 eyes. Oh my God. The names, okay? I survived it, but it happened. So I was a Fearless Fly, and then I was the Sea Hag. Thank God the Little Mermaid wasn't out, because I love the color purple, and I know damn well they would have been calling me Ursula, okay? The fuckery shall never cease. Anyway. So I was talking to my person of special interest of late, and I mentioned the factor because we've gone out twice, and then I invited him to the movies. Man, I don't know why, and I don't get it, and it's just a man thing, not a black-white thing. They don't like to talk about finances. If they're established, they don't have to talk about finances because, you know, it's just they're established, and I never have to. When I'm with an established person, I never touch my wallet. Never. One white gentleman who I was dating, seriously dating, he just flat out tell me, no, I never want you touching your wallet. Never want you touching your purse. That's the least I can do. I pay. Period. That's it. I don't care who does the inviting. Don't get me wrong. That was some sexy shit. And I liked it a lot. And we went out a lot. And most of the time when I date black men, it's just true, okay? Get mad if you want to. If you're triggered, be triggered. I don't give a dang. When I date black men, finances are an issue. And I usually do have to touch my wallet. If I'm not paying, we're going Dutch. And then on occasion, he'll pay. But when I date white men, most of the time, I don't pay. And that's not even true. I can't say most of the time. I never have. When I'm with a white man, I have never had to pay. Ever. So that's just it. They know their limitations. They know where they're going to take you. So it's usually within their means. And when I'm with established men, we go to very nice places. One of my friends, though, he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. But he's a jerk, an arrogant jerk. He's Italian. And he is a closeted racist. Again, as I mentioned earlier, not too many people like him. And I liked him because, you know, he was an underdog. So I'm like, yeah, I'll befriend this guy. So we would go out together just as friends, and we'd go to really nice places because he really enjoyed flaunting his money. When you have low self-esteem and all you have is money, like Trump, you flaunt that stuff because you think money makes you, and you think everyone's impressed because of the size of your wallet. I am not impressed by the size of any person's wallet. You have got to have some type of wherewithal to keep me interested. And my interest in him he was my charity case, unbeknownst to him. That's what it was for me. And not only was he my charity case, but I also studied him. I'm always asking what, you know? Like, what manner of man is this? Because he's odd. Now, sometimes he cared, sometimes he didn't care. We would go to places, restaurants like Seasons 52 and stuff, and he had his little house out there in Highlands Ranch, and, you know, he's all bougie and whoop-de-woo. And so we'd go out, and he'd open the car door for me and all of that, and make sure his car was clean before we went somewhere. Just very, very sweet. Very sweet guy. But then there's that flip side of him. There's 3 sides of him. He's very sweet, and then there was that crazy psychotic side, which we're not going to talk about unless I feel provoked at some point later, but right now I don't. And then there was the the insecurity side of him, where he was broken, and his thing is he liked to date other women who he thought was broken, which is why we didn't date, because I'm not broken. He liked to date women that were broken so that he could fix them, so he could say, at least I'm not as broken as that, or even delude himself into thinking he wasn't broken at all, but he was very broken. We would go out, and we didn't like hold hands, but we would walk close together, so you knew when we were out we were together. So he took me, we were up in the mountains, he took me someplace, and I can't remember where, and there was a footprint that used to be, it's up in Colorado, some kind of footprint that used to be on the side of a mountain. I can't remember where, but the footprint is no longer there, but he was taking me to see it, and we couldn't find it. So we're walking together, and then all of a sudden he starts walking really fast, and I'm like, why is he walking so fast? And yeah, we heard voices that were coming around the bend. We couldn't see people, but we both heard the voices. I'm like, but why is he walking so fast? And I'm not picking up my pace because I'm too busy wondering, now why all of a sudden is this man walking so fast? So the next thing I know is we round the bend, here come these two white guys. And I guess he just knew in this area that they were going to be white. I don't know, because I didn't care. So he's all like, he's not with me. That's how he was acting, like, yeah, I'm just going. So the guys look at us, and they look at him, and they look past him, and they see me walking, and he's all la la la, like, I was just out here on a stroll, and that black thing just happened to show up. I was like, what the hell was that? What is it really? So then they walk away, and when they get several yards away, my friend stops, waits for me to catch up. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? And he's like, what? I said, what was that? I said, what, you were embarrassed to be seen with me? You don't even know those people. They ain't even thinking about you. What is your issue? I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Let's just, are you hungry? Let's just go get something to eat. Whatever. So we go to lunch. And I'm still perplexed. I'm not bewildered. I'm perplexed. A little bit pissed off because we don't have to do this. I don't have to be anywhere with you because I'm an uppity motherfucker. You ain't no better than me. That's my attitude. I know who I am. I am empowered, okay? So we go out to eat, and I don't know if the food was good or not because I already had a bad taste in my mouth. I was ready to go home. So then we go home. And I'm reluctant at this point to go anywhere with this mofo at this point. Because he used to also do this thing, get a hotel up in the hills. Not a hotel, but a suite. And then he would call me, I'm at a suite, and it's so wonderful, and I wish you were up here with me. You would just love it, and the room has a spa in it, and the tub has a sauna, and blah, 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 blah. He's just going on and on and on. And then he's like, matter of fact, I'm just going to go back up to the room and record it so you can see it. And maybe I'll get you this for your birthday, and you can bring 5 or 6 of your friends up here, and you guys can have a really good time. And the whole time he's chit-chatting with me, I'm thinking, he does not even know who I am. How can you call yourself my friend when you don't even know who I am? You never even bothered to ask me how I travel. See, I have timeshares. I don't stay in hotels. I stay in suites, or I stay in houses that have swimming pools in the backyard. I don't do anything without a full kitchenette. What are you talking about? This is not new to me. So anyway, he shows me this, he's video recording, and he shows me this suite, and I'm just like, it's a damn shame. Oh, why do white people think that black people ain't been exposed to some shit? The reason why is because y'all tried to prevent us from being exposed to some shit because you feel like you were the only ones entitled to that kind of life. So black people can't be about that life because we are not entitled to that kind of life. We don't have that privilege. What the fuck? So I'm letting him, have his way. And then when he's done, I said, you know what? Let me hip you to a little something about me. Let me show you some pictures since you don't know who I am. And I'm gonna need you to stop doing this dumb shit. Just stop. Just cut it out. I'm not impressed. I'm not. And I'm not the charity case. You are. And your money doesn't make you great. You're still sad. Very sad. Really sad. And he was. And we're not even going to talk about what he told me about his sexual game. Because let me just say, wow. The things he told me, goes, and I would never try anything with you because, you know, I couldn't follow through. Yeah, yeah, that would be disappointing. And I don't like people who can't follow through. Don't waste my time. And if all you got is 3 minutes, I got something else to do. You can hold your peace. Hold all of that, okay? Hold the pickle, hold the lettuce. Little winky dinks will upset us. So anyway, enough of that. But yeah, that was a disappointing relationship. Needless to say, he did something that was very racist. Very racist. I called him out on it. A couple of his friends called him out on it. And he was trying to impress a broken female. This broken female comes online and she says, "Oh, Danny, you are so funny. I'm going to talk about you tonight at the golf club, and then I'm going to return to my big house, which I worked my ass off for." And I'm like, okay, number one, this little heifer don't know me. And number two, did you really try it? Did you try it? Oh, I was humored. So I did respond to little Miss Missy. And I said, you know what? Hopefully you'll have a very good conversation while you're at the golf club, because I'm a very good conversational piece. If you knew me better, you would have more data and you could talk all night. But since you don't, you know, good luck to you. And I said, and I have a suggestion for you. Instead of using your ass so much and working your ass so hard for your big old house, why don't you let your pussy do some of that work? How about that? She was all upset, perplexed, bewildered. And then he gonna try to IM me personally off the thread. Oh, you shouldn't have said that to her. Really? You better talk to your girl. Get your girl. She shouldn't have said that to me. See, because I come ready. I stay ready. As a black woman, we kind of have to, because you never know. It's not always about being black. It's not always a racial thing, but it's kind of like prayer. As I said yesterday, some things are going to happen whether you pray for them or not. But since you don't know, stay prayed up. Some things are going to be a racial attack. But since you don't know, stay ready. Stay in the know of who you are. Stay empowered with who you are. Don't become crippled. So if you're walking by and somebody pops off at the side of the mouth and says something stupid like, you nigger, so what? Is that supposed to cripple me and bring me to my knees? I'm sorry. That has no sting. That has no power. I could run around and you know, we could play boomerang, you silly, ignorant pasty. We could go there. What's the purpose of that? It's ignorant. It's dumb. It's stupid. And I'm going to have to practice it. So people who use that as a form to try to hurt black people with that, you're only showing how ignorant you are. That's it. That's all you're doing. You're going to fail. You're going to miss the mark. And a person like me, I'm liable to hurt your feelings. Because that's how I roll. You don't start none, there won't be none. If you're pleasant to me, I'm more pleasant to you. So whatever you give me, I give back. Double, triple, 100-fold. That's my personality type. I can't beat God-given, and in the natural, a man can't beat me given. The only person on this earth that beats me giving, well, there's two people. I'm going to go ahead and call them out by name because they're wonderful. They're wonderful. And that would be my sister, Leslie. I can't outdo that child. I just can't. She's a year and 14 days older than me. That woman is my everything. My best friend, my sister, my confidant, my secretary, my surrogate baby's mama's my baby daddies. You know, she's fulfilled that role. She's everything. She is the wind beneath my wings, and I'm blessed and fortunate to have her in my life. Actually, I get overwhelmed when I think about how important she is in my life and how much she means to me. I'm not gonna cry. But that's my sister, that's my girl. And then a friend of mine who we have she calls it a love-hate relationship. We're off and on. And I think it's just a misunderstood sometimes type of relationship. But this woman is, for me, she worries me because to me she's like an angel. She's like God's angel that he sent down and loaned her to us for a period of time. And being involved in church as I used to be and being an ordained minister, I lean heavily into that scripture, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. So when I feel like I'm doing her harm, I have to get away from her. I'm like, I am not going to hell because I did something wrong to Mary Elizabeth. I'm not paying those dues. I'm not. So I'm gonna have to cut her off. So when we get into a sticky place in our relationship, I didn't even know I was a runner. I thought I was a woman of courage. But with this one, I want my life to be blessed, not cursed. And when she is absent in my life, I've come to realize those times when she's absent, I have willingly stepped into a curse. Because that woman is amazing. She's really amazing. And she's like a whirlwind, the force that she has. When she comes in the room, you know she's in the room, okay? That's a dynamic personality right there. Yes. And she's got a draw. You're just like a suction cup. You're just drawn in. And when she loves you, I'm gonna just say it. She might, I'm pretty sure she's gonna hear this video. When she loves you, she does smother you. And sometimes it can be suffocating because you're like, I can't meet her demand. I can't beat her giving. And my hope is that she's aware that can't nobody do you. Only you can do you. You know, I have my thing that I do, and that's all I can be, and that's all I can give to people. I can't do her. I'm not even going to try. I would fail. And why set myself up for failure? I'm just going to be grateful for the time that we spend together and her being in my life. And I'm going to do what's in me to do, what I'm willing to do. And, you know, I'm a giver. I'm different from her. And that's to be expected. And that's who we are. But she is, and I don't tell her often enough, she is a dynamite, fantastic specimen of a female. This woman, yeah. And I've been blessed to have 2 angels that carry me. You know, in the Bible, if you read about the book of Exodus and you read about Moses, and when he came down from the mountains and he saw the burning bush, and he had to part the Red Sea and hold his hands up to part that Red Sea. After a while, his hands got tired because the moment Moses put his hands down, the waters collapsed. He had to have helpmates to keep his hands raised up so he could keep that water divided so that the people could walk through on dry ground. So who was it that came to his aid? Aaron was one of them, and then I don't know the other one, but that's what these 2 ladies are for me. They keep my hands up when I get tired, when I get weary, when I'm down in my spirit, when I need a boost, when the love that has come to me has leaked out and I feel like, you know, I don't have anything else to give to anybody else. They are my replenishers. If my car is out of gas, they're my gas station. They are just my people, and I love them tremendously. And sometimes you hurt those who you love the most, because honestly, I have hurt both these women. I have also felt like both these women have hurt me. And it's just life. It's just life on earth. It's just relationship. It just happens. So we got to be wise in our relationships. Holding grudges and being separated from people for too long, in the end, you only hurt yourself because you've lost time, valuable time, and it's not worth it. And not that I'm bragging, but since I'm talking about the people in my life that mean the most, I cannot be remiss and not mention my youngest daughter. This jewel in life, you never know who's on your side. You never really know who would never hurt you no matter what. Who will just, they're always going to advocate for you. They're like Jesus on the right-hand side, whispering God's ear, making intercession for you. We don't know who those people are who are praying for us sometimes, who are fighting for us, who are standing, filling the gap for us. We don't know. And I know I got some people that are doing that for me, and thank you. Some of y'all I don't even know, and some of y'all I do. But this is my way of saying thank you. But my daughter is a known. This little girl has it for me 100%. Yes, she does upset me. Yes, she does do things that I don't like. Yes, she has offended me greatly. That's life on earth. This is part of being human. But I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that that child is on my side and that she genuinely loves me, would never intentionally do anything to hurt me. I am blessed to have her in my life. I am blessed to have, I said I wasn't going to cry. I am blessed to have that type of relationship. And I hope many people do. I wish that all of us could have that kind of a relationship because it's wonderful. It's wonderful. With my oldest daughter, no, I can't say these things about her. I don't even know anymore if she loves me beyond a shadow of a doubt, but I know beyond a shadow of a doubt she will. When I say if she loves me, I mean that kind of like mother-daughter love where you just, that's my mama. I don't know if she has that, but I know for the rest of her life, for all of her life, she will have a love for me. This I know. And I know that there's an inner beauty. She's beautiful outwardly, but there's an inner beauty that surpasses all the evil that could transpire between she and I. And that inner beauty keeps me coming back to her because a lot of people aren't aware of it, but that girl, I'm going to take that back. When she loves hard. She loves hard. But when she's angry, everything she does is with great passion and great conviction. So it looks like, sometimes it can look like she don't love you, but that's hurt. She feels that deeply. So, but yeah, that's my girl. But in everything in life, you don't know. And you don't know what's motivating somebody else. You don't know what makes another person cry. Beautiful things. I have a friend that cries at fireworks. I'm like, it's 4th of July. It's Independence Day. We knew there was going to be fireworks. Why are you crying? And the fact that she cries over something that small, that simple, that minute, gives me great pleasure. It makes me want to cry because beautiful things do make me cry. And that was a beautiful thing. So while I'm watching her crying and thinking to myself, it's only fireworks, I'm like, but can you imagine how pure your heart has to be that something that simple gives you that much joy and that much pleasure, something that we take for granted, like the color purple. So many people take the color purple for granted. The color purple means so much. Not just royalty, but the color purple is soothing. The color purple just, it submerses you. It's healing. The color purple protects look, dang it. The color purple is alive, okay? It's not just a movie. It's not just a color. It's not just, you know, a lily or lilacs. Lilacs are purple, not lilies. So lilies can't be. It's not just a lilac. Purple is everything. Everything. So y'all need to tap into purple and find out what it is, you know, because this is not crazy. This is sane. This is sanity. This means that I am a well-rounded, beautifully blessed, understanding, and compassionate creature. That's what purple people are. That's who we are. So with all of that said, I want to tell y'all have a blessed day. I'm going inside because it's getting a little nippy out here. But that was my message on today. So what can I title this message? I don't know. I'm going to figure it out later. In the meantime, in between time, be blessed. I'm Danny Daniels.